invites. All right, well, without further ado, let's get into some deck lists. Let's hear what Aqua has to say. We've got new Stormbreak cards that we're going to see for the first time, so I'm excited to hear about those. All right, Aqua, I've got Roshi's deck, Elysian Imbue, pulled up here with quite a spicy new one, Glenn Fasciata. Let's talk through this deck. What are we looking at here?
All right, so we're going to start out with the Cloud Snake mount right off the bat. And, some of the Cloud Snakes are, they're okay, but this Cloud Snake mount is definitely the best out of all the other Cloud Snakes. He's a lot stronger. He's got Flying Imbue. Plus, you got the Pay 6 and Exhaust to Exhaust Cloud Snake. And you can mount to deal 2 damage to any enemy, which is just like a nice spell in itself. And he's a really low cost, he's only 1, and he's a nice blocker. So you can get him in and fast and get him imbued and get him in there doing damage. I really like Inspiring Captain. He also has Imbue. Inspiring Captain can be imbued with up to 3 of your units. And this guy is also a really nice low cost 1-drop. You can just put him right in, set it and forget it is what I call it. Looks like he's got Time Etchings, which allows him to not only gain a sigil and power, but he also gets access to his market, where he has Impound, Zumic Whisper, Crystalline Chalice, Albin Fallen, and Ire Ageless Behemoth. And I've actually played with Ageless Behemoth in Forge, and he's actually really good.
Yeah, that's a sweet one.
You're thinking, well, he's pretty pricey. He's a 6 cost. He's a 7/7. When am I ever going to play it? Well, he's got market access. So whenever Roshi does get to 6, I'm sure we'll see him pull out this behemoth.
Absolutely. All right. We also got you and I have been looking at the deck list here, and one thing that has stood out is how many Grenadin decks there are. It seems like there's going to be a ton of them. 6 Grenadin decks.
Am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to let
Yeah,
people know
no, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm going to pull up Spifferifics here on screen, so just so you know which one.
And it's not the only one. I mean, there's a lot of Huru control decks too.
Yeah, there's Hoover Control too. We're going to get to that one in a second. I got Spifferifics pulled up here. Menace Grenadins. We've seen some align the Tesseract, but this one's got some new tools from the new set here. What are we looking at with these Menace Grenadin decks?
So you said we were starting out with Spirific?
Yep, Spifferifics one. Yep.
All right, Spifferific. All right, he's got Condemn, Seek Power, Sparking. Okay, so he's got the Grenahen in.
Yeah.
The Grenahen. And we were talking about this early before the stream started, and how we like this guy with his lifesteal, and he's new, he's fresh, he's straight from Stormbreaker. So this is going to be great seeing this new card come in into this this Menace Tesseract deck. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I really noticed right off the bat that I like. Oh, Crafty Occultist. Okay, here's another new card from Stormbreaker 2. And the thing that I like about Crafty Occultist is that you can sacrifice a flyer and a spell, and you can get both the Grenadin and he can fly.
That's pretty sweet synergy there. Crafty Occultist. Yeah, I don't think I've seen or played with this one yet, but that one seems pretty sweet.
I have not gotten a chance to play Down Dark Scrounger, but I have seen him pop up in my whenever I do Forge for fun at night. So maybe I will pick him up after seeing him in this deck. But obviously he goes with the Sparking Vermin, and the Gleaming Grenadin are going to be used here probably for decay and sacrificing. Yeah, it looks like he's got Assembly Line as well. Get him some more low-cost units that he can just sack.
Absolutely. Okay, so we pulled up Spifferific's list here. Our feature match for round 1 is going to be WSG Ron versus Reason. Reason is on this Menace Grenadin's deck. I don't know if it's an exact copy of the list, but it's going to be pretty close there. So we're going to look at that one, and then I just shot you a link to the next one that we want to look at, which is what WSG Ron is going to be on, and this is a take on Mono Shadow. So essentially, reducing using your power more for utility, and being able to basically just play shadow cards, which has some sweet synergies here.
I'm in absolute love with this deck. This thing is amazing. I love this. So I usually run mono green, so I don't mind running mono decks. But man, this thing's got just everything you could ever ask for. And one of my favorites is this Prism Golem. He's a 7/7, but when you play him in these theme decks, he comes at a 5/5 for a 3 cost. It's really nice to have him. Let's see, they got Devouring Shadow. This is one of my favorite spells too. You minus your opponent's strength and health based on your shadow influence, and that's going to be super easy to get to with a mono deck. I've actually even thrown Devouring Shadow in with multicolors as well, and it still pays off. It still works really well. He's got at any cost decay lifesteal. The Vine Grafter Mandrakes. What else does he have? He's got Shadow Creeper. Shadow Creeper is really powerful. It's a low cost. Nothing can have Aegis. So if something on the battlefield has Aegis and you play Shadow Creeper, it's just gone. Oh, and you can pay 5 and discard a card to kill an enemy in it. So he's also really good there as well. Nectar of Unlife is really nice to use just to clear the board off of those guys with low health. That if your opponent has like 1 or 2 HP, you can clear those guys. Also, you can amplify it and you can bring somebody back from the void, which is my favorite thing to do. It's so fun. Are they a zombie? I have no idea.
They're pretty sweet though.
Marksman. I don't remember Marksman is in Stormbreak or not. I think he is, but you can buff him, and then for I think a cost of 5 or 6, and then if he's got quick draw, and if he goes in your void, you can use this Nectar of Unlife and pull somebody out from the void that you've already buffed and increase their stats, and you can increase their stats again after you bring them back. So Nectar of Unlife is super powerful. Along with Exploit, it's a really low cost. You get to go into your opponent's hand and take away cards that you like, no, you can't do that. And you can kind of guess and see how much power they have and what cards are really good that they have too that you can get rid of. Acantha Ascending, I can go all day on this deck. Acantha Ascending, when you got 4 Shadow, I mean, she starts pumping out Dark Elves, and then once she gets to what 6 power, +2/+2 and flying, she starts to become unstoppable.
Yeah, that's a good
And
one.
then it looks like 8, it's just straight lethal. Suffocate's really good at removal. I've not used Shadow Etchings yet, but
Yeah, that's a pretty sweat one.
every
All right, well, our players are ready to go, so let's